Hi, I'm Harry Rao, founder and CEO of TestGrid. Welcome to 5 Minutes Mentorship.
Hey Balaji, how are you?
Doing good, Harry. How are you?
I'm good. I know you for a long time, Balaji, and I have seen you grown in your career personally. So I'm happy to have you on this 5 Minute Mentor podcast. Your story is exceptional. You came as an immigrant and have reached prestigious leadership position, right? SVP at Equifax. Can you take us back to when you first arrived? What was the hardest part of the transition?
Great question. So, this is 20 years ago, right? The toughest challenge was navigating the cultural differences and establishing my place. Success here demands more than just the hard work, it requires a deep understanding of the system and a focus on creating the value that benefits the entire organization.
Absolutely. Excellent. What was a pivotal moment in your career, right? Where you felt the odds were stacked up against you, and how did you overcome it?
I will go back to my first job. I worked on a project called network protocol documentation for a Microsoft, where everything seemed to be going wrong. It has to adhere to European Union, the regulatory guidelines, and meeting
Wow.
tight deadlines. So it would have been easily to give up with my early young career, but I choose to go deep dive. Ultimately, that project became a success and taught me a very important lesson, which I kept carry myself throughout my career: resilience and the value of learning, a continuous learning as a skill.
What do you recommend for young professionals build the right relationships, and how important is that?
Networking is very essential for my growth. Early in my career, I was fortunate to be surrounded by inspiring leaders. I always advise young professionals, don't just concentrate on hard work, also focus on building and nurturing your network also.
Absolutely.
It's not about the number of connections, but the quality and the depth of these relationships that truly matter.
But in our field, do you think being in person, learning together as a team, building those team exercises, you as a leader of a large corporate would know that firsthand more as well? What is your view on that?
Personally speaking, you need to have that office space and you need to be there surrounded in a coffee room break or
Love that.
um, some chit chat around, walking around in the office building, going to your fifth floor and then just looking at a C-level executive and having that impromptu conversation in the elevator. Sometimes it lifts you a good problems you are overheard and then you are solving the problem on a whiteboard. So many good things, um, but the COVID gave us some new challenges. I would still challenge back to the generation, right? Make sure you have at least an hour or two. Innovate in the video calls of networking. Suppose if you are a runner, talk about that.
Yeah.
If your manager is a runner, talk about that. If you are a biker, talk your passions, not just meeting to
Right.
meeting to meeting. Don't
Yeah.
don't go in that passion.
What's your key advice to the next generation, right? What would one thing that you would like to take them?
I would say that don't define your ceiling. Just keep push your potential and be a limitless. And one more thing, keep assess yourself. Make sure your potential you keep up and yeah, self-aware and learning and unlearning. All these will help you.
Thank you. Personally, I know your story is very inspiring, right? And I'm sure it will motivate many young leaders out there. And no matter where they start. Thank you, Balaji.